let's be real, we all want to live healthier, longer lives, right? But what if the key wasn't some extreme, complicated biohack? What if it was hiding in plain sight, right at the very start of your day? Okay, let's get into this because a ton of research says the morning is absolutely the most strategic place to start building that healthier life, one small, repeatable habit at a time. But first, we need to get a handle on what we're actually up against. The truth is, our modern life, for all its wonders, often works directly against our own biology. We're always on, we're constantly connected, and honestly, it's taking a pretty serious toll. I mean, does this sound familiar? Have you ever just stopped and asked yourself this exact question? If you have, trust me, you are not alone. It's kind of the universal feeling of our digital age, and there are some very, very clear reasons why. For starters, our brains are just getting hammered by digital alerts. Every single buzz, every ping, every little notification, it keeps us in this low-grade state of high alert. It completely shatters our focus and drains our mental battery before the day has even really gotten started. And then, of course, there's the scroll. You know what I'm talking about. This habit creates what neuroscientists call dopamine hit cycles. And sure, it feels good for a second, but over time, it actually messes with our well-being, leading to a state of distraction that is so hard to break out of. So you take all that connectivity, you add in the blue light from our screens at night, and it all leads to this: disrupted sleep. It messes with your body's ability to make melatonin. That's the sleep hormone, which means we never really truly reset. We wake up feeling like we're already behind. So why is this such a big deal? Why do all these little disruptions matter so much? Well, it's because they're throwing off the single most important system for your daily health. Let's talk about your body's master clock. And this is it, the circadian rhythm. The best way to think about it is like the master conductor for your body's orchestra. It's cued by things like sunlight, when you eat, when you move, and it tells every part of your body when to be awake, when to sleep, when to eat, and when it's time to repair. This image right here, it just shows you how central this whole internal rhythm thing is. It's not just about being tired or awake. You can see how our biological health, our psychological state, even our social lives, they're all connected. And our daily rhythms are like the current that influences every single one of them. It's the foundation of our mental health, really. And the consequences of ignoring this rhythm, they're pretty serious. Research shows that when our internal clock is constantly out of whack, it can be a direct contributor to depression, anxiety, and a whole list of other mental health issues. So getting our rhythm right isn't just a nice idea, it's essential. Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we get back in sync? We start by focusing on the most critical window of the entire day, the first 90 minutes after you wake up. This is your golden opportunity to reset that master clock and really set the tone for everything that follows. So let's break down the first 3 foundational habits for your morning. First up, consistency. Waking up at the same time every single day, yep, even on weekends, stabilizes your rhythm like nothing else. Second, do not grab your phone first thing. Seriously, research shows it takes a crazy 23 minutes to get your focus back after just one little interruption. And third, get some sunlight. This is, hands down, the most powerful signal you can send your brain that the day has officially begun. All right, once you've got those first 3 basics down, let's talk about our 4th habit. And this one is a biggie. It might even surprise you. It all revolves around this number, 90. Any guesses what that could be? That's right, it's the number of minutes you should try to wait before having your first cup of coffee. I know, for a lot of us that might sound brutal, but the science behind it is actually fascinating, and it shows that when it comes to caffeine, timing really is everything. And this slide explains exactly why. See, when you first wake up, your body naturally gives you a big surge of cortisol to make you feel alert. If you pour coffee on top of that, you're basically fighting against your body's natural process. It leads to jitters and sets you up for that awful afternoon crash. But if you wait 90 minutes, that coffee works with your body, right after that natural cortisol peak, giving you smooth, sustained energy without the slump. Game changer. So once your internal clock is set and your energy is nice and stable, it's time to think about fuel. These next few habits were all about building a resilient body that's going to support a long, healthy life. And let's just start with this powerful little reminder from an expert in aging. What you do right now truly matters for your future self. Building and maintaining muscle is one of the single best investments you can possibly make for healthy aging. Okay, let's add 3 more resilience habits to our list, bringing us up to 7 total. Habit number 5, make strength training a priority a few mornings a week. Your muscle strength is a huge predictor of healthy aging. Number 6 is just like our coffee rule, timing your first meal matters. Try waiting about 60 to 90 minutes for a protein-rich breakfast to get in sync with your metabolism. And habit 7, a simple but powerful one, pack your day with at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. All right, now for the final twist. The real secret to a successful morning routine doesn't actually start in the morning. Nope, it begins the night before. Protecting your sleep is completely non-negotiable for a healthy rhythm. So, here they are, the last 3 habits that set your morning up for success. Number 8, keep alcohol moderate because it can seriously tank your sleep quality. Number 9, put away all screens at least an hour before you plan to sleep. This lets your body produce melatonin naturally. And finally, habit number 10, above all else, make consistent quality sleep your absolute top priority. It is the foundation that everything else is built on. As we wrap this up, I really want you to remember this one thought. This is not about creating some rigid, perfect routine that just adds more stress to your life. Not at all. It's about consistency. Small, repeatable habits are what really truly move the needle over the long run. So please, don't try to change all 10 things at once. Just pick 1 or 2 things from this whole explainer. Maybe it's waiting for that coffee or just getting 10 minutes of sunlight. Focus on that one thing this week. Once it feels automatic, then you can add another. That's how real, lasting change happens. So, I'll just leave you with this question. After everything we've talked about, what's the one rhythm you're going to reset starting tomorrow morning? Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the science of a better morning routine. Ever feel drained and anxious even though we're more connected than ever? Let's dive into why. That's the percentage of adults suffering from mental illness, and it's linked to our modern lifestyles. See, your body has this hidden clock. It's called the circadian rhythm, and it really wants to run on schedule. This clock is set by zeitgebers, which are basically time givers, like daylight and your daily activities. And this illustrates it perfectly. Your health isn't just one thing, it's a mix of interconnected factors. But, modern life, with all the artificial light and constant phone pings, throws this whole system way off. Your body actually has a natural alarm clock, a cortisol spike, that's designed to wake you up. Okay, check this out. Reaching for coffee right away actually fights that natural boost, leading to a crash. And what's the first thing most of us grab? Our phone. It's another huge rhythm disruptor. Get this. It takes almost half an hour to get your full focus back after just one digital interruption. So, what's the solution? Here are 10 science-backed habits to reclaim your morning and your health. First up, sync your clock. This means a consistent wake-up time, getting some sun, and delaying that coffee. Next, fuel your body. We're talking hydration first, then some movement, and a protein-rich breakfast. And finally, focus your mind. Stay off your phone first thing, do something offline, and prioritize sleep. Okay, that might seem like a lot, but starting is actually pretty simple. Let's break it down. Seriously, just pick one habit. Track how you feel. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Small habits are key. And the cool thing is, these small shifts compound over time into a huge payoff for your health. And experts agree. As Dr. Marchetti says, consistency is what supports your body's natural rhythms. And how fast can you see results? Well, stress can drop after just a 3-day digital detox. So, the real question is, what one change will you make tomorrow that your future self will thank you for?